We got time, just you and me. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. As y'all have seen, the world won't get no better. We gotta change it, just you and me. I can't do it alone. Do it alone. I need some help, y'all. I can't do it alone. Need a little help. That's the telespam. They call in every 15 minutes. I'm gonna tell y'all about that real quick. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that has gotten our information recently. Probably that damn Roomba. You gotta pay for convenience one way or another. So anyway, they've been, I mean, we all get the phantom calls, right? So, and what maybe y'all do or don't pay attention to is the fact that they'll use the prefix of a number you actually do use regularly in hopes that you will answer the phone. You know, they use a prefix of the phone number from somebody you do talk to regularly, so that I guess maybe if you're properly colonized, you won't think to pay attention to the whole entire number and you'll automatically answer the phone or whatever, which is still fruitless to me because people aren't really talking to the robot that's calling. But anyway, so they've been calling. They're probably watching this video right now. Not when I upload it, but as I record it. So they know I'm in here. So they probably call the phone because that's what the fuck they do. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, that's approximately every 15 minutes. Yeah, every 15 minutes. So they've been calling me all morning. And I was telling Mister about it. Oh, I'll show you that too. Shit. So he had told me that I could block them. But I didn't want to block them right off the bat because I wanted to see how far their dumb ass was going to go. You know, or if they were able to program the AI to at least be half-ass bright enough to stop calling after a certain point. Something, right? Or then I thought a little further and said, well, maybe if people block the number, then they go on a list that says, okay, somebody is active at that number. And that's all the information they need to know. We just need to know that somebody was using that phone, period. So we just collecting that data and putting that in this box over here. Then, it's levels. But anyway, bitch. So I said, well, I don't want to block them because I want to see how far they dumb ass gonna go, right? So I didn't block them. I listened to the first 2 messages they left. And it was like something about the Social Security office. I can let you guys hear that one. But I just wanted to know what they were actually. I was like, well, oh, they actually call themselves leaving a message. What kind of message they leaving? You know, so I might as well. This is what this video. Let me mute this and let you hear that now. So I want to go back to the first one because I consciously and deliberately didn't listen to, answer, or listen to any of the other voicemails they left. So.
Is from Social Security Administration. Number to reach department is 940-324-4025. I repeat, it's 940-324-4025. Thank you.
So they're saying something random about being at the Social Security office or some random shit or something like that. Or they could have turned up. They could have turned up on deportations and trying to get as many slaves, ethnic humans trafficked as possible before your president actually steps down. Ooh, that's also a possibility. It's also a possibility. Because don't think last Cinco de Mayo, they weren't out literally waiting to profile and deport people on Cinco de Mayo while they having margaritas in their sombreros. Okay. They were setting folks up. And I'm glad my neighborhood, because I got some Latinos in my neighborhood that will turn up on a Cinco de Mayo. And I'm not mad about it. But this one, They lay low. Very smart. They actually, the weekend prior, it seemed like everybody was partying, right? Was it Mother's Day weekend now? It might have. No, it wasn't Mother's Day weekend. But so I had a fleeting thought that maybe they organized, unlike we do, but maybe they organized and said, what we're going to do this year, because the colonizers are doing their thing. So what we're going to do is, they actually learn from their mistakes, and they said, we're going to go ahead and party the weekend before. They'll never see it coming. We'll be done partied and wrapped up and done by the time they get their little blenders ready for the pina coladas. Cool. And the coronas. Pina coladas and coronas. So yeah, then I sent him a voicemail. I never sent him one of these voicemails that I just let you listen to. I sent him a voicemail from one of the landline calls. I figured they got to where they waited till my phone was in my hand, but they were just doing it every 15 minutes or so. But then they also started calling the house. Not every 15 minutes, of course, but they're calling the house now regularly, which is why the phone just interrupted my video. And we know what the fuck it is, right? So I went and I recorded the message for it, and I sent that one to Mr. If you got Al and Gogs, I feel bad for you, son. Man, I feel for humans. I feel for future humans. If humans are fully human in the future. If that even is going to exist in the future. But future generations, if you got Al and Gogs, if you signing up for these things, I feel bad for you, son. But absolutely not one inkling of a hair of privacy. I got 99 problems, but not having one inkling of a hair of privacy is not one. They're gonna get everybody. If I still live, me too. They're gonna get us all. But what I came to show y'all was that I came up with I'm always coming up with new stuff. This is this is forever education. There's always something new to learn, which is good because I always need something to teach, right? And learn in the process of doing so. So anyway, okay, this is why I'm so hot too. Wake and bake problems. Okay, check it out. I'm doing some massive spring cleaning because Mister's gonna be home and I'm super excited. And I don't want him to have to do anything that he doesn't really want to do around the house. Especially right now. And especially since he basically got me a maid, right? There's no reason other stuff shouldn't be handled, right? But even still, I know that there are things that we'll want to do. Because let's just say the house was spotless. Then what? Your house is spotless and you don't have money to travel. And isn't that ironic? You have so much to do around your house and with your house and being a homeowner and building a family and a home and building a home and a household that you just don't have time to get away. But if everything was all cleaned up for you, you were just a OCD, organized type person and all that was done, the first thing you want to do is get a ticket to go somewhere else. But I encourage traveling, in sidebar. But you want to get a ticket to leave the home that you just broke your back cleaning and decorating and make it feel like home. That's the whole definition of home. Somewhere you can be and be yourself and relax, right? That's so ironic. And I want to get everything done around here so I can travel. So you can pack up and leave everything you just did around here. Actually, yes. The answer to that is yes. Yeah. But anyway. So he's going to take a couple of days to spend with me, which to me is just extended part of my life day celebration. I know he's going to do a lot of things around the house because I am too. We have separate things that we get caught up in as busy work, and sometimes it's creative work, sometimes it's technological work, sometimes it's business, sometimes it's art, but We do separate things even when we're together. And so I want him to do whatever those things are in the couple of days that he spends with me. Even though I know he's going to have his moments where he fusses over me during that time. But that's okay. That's not a bad problem to have. So anyway, God dog. Clearly, I'm very lit. I'm quite lit. And there's a reason for that. Fortunately, I'm all flower this morning. But typically, aren't I in the mornings? Like in the mornings. Like as it takes 2 hours for the concentrate for the ingestible to hit. Right? So if I'm high in the morning, it's 9 times out of 10, it's going to be from flour. So, for some stupid reason, not stupid, it's a logical reason. For some reason, it's not a bad reason. It's just a phrase word customers say for some stupid reason. But for some reason that we both know why right now, I fancied the idea of going back to this same thought. I'm always trying to find new ways of doing things. I guess I'm kind of an accidental inventor. I'm an inadvertent pioneer of shit, of a lot of shit. But anyway, and then sometimes I come back and find out the shit was unnecessary. Like that, I'm glad I never bottled up and sold the bong water that I created. That wasn't the name of it, but it could have been. I'm just going back and thinking, oh, I could have named it that. But no, I wanted a cleaner name. So I came up with one. I won't tell you what it was because somebody's probably already stole the idea. And they probably, and I'm sure they came up with a name so it wouldn't look like that they stole the idea. But anyway, I came up with a substance that keeps your glasswares clean, even when you're using them. And it was natural, non-toxic, and what have you. And, and this is the bottle I kept it in, as a matter of fact. Yay me, I threw it away. I remember I threw it away too because of what I'm about to tell you. So it turns out that after I had a bottle of it sitting on the counter for like 5 months, it started growing this little black gray mold, little fuzzy monster in the bottom. Well, it wasn't getting bigger, but it grew a little fuzz. Maybe it would have if I would have kept it and looked to see if it was, I wonder if it'll get bigger. But I watched too many monster movies. I didn't want that thing to come alive. Most recently been watching alien shit. I don't want that little thing to come alive and do some damage. So, anyway, I looked out and it was all clear. And I was like, and then I saw on the bottom, it looked like a dust ball. It looked like a charcoal gray dust ball, colored dust ball. And I was like, oh no, that's not great. And, now, presumably, I wouldn't have any problems because presumably people who bought the stuff will be using it. So, unless you have it sitting up on the counter for 5 months or so, it's not going to happen. And it might not never happen again. It might have been some random piece of lint or something that atom that got into my particular batch or something. I don't know, but it might do it with everybody's. And so I just don't want to put something on the shelf and ball out on it. Come to find out that it's growing little mold monsters in it after 5 months of non-use. I don't want my name on it. You know what I'm saying? There's probably nothing wrong with it. I'm not going into the process of testing it and figuring it out and whatnot. Boom. Yep, that's down. No. I can't show you because I just showed you in the camera and it showed my whole damn house. Y'all know I be up on that. I don't be slipping like most folks. I've slipped a couple of times and just let shit ride, but generally I don't slip like most folks. Either don't slip or sometimes if some people slip and you say, hey, be careful. Some people actually be like, oh, I meant to do that. Or they'll come back at you like, I'm not worried about that. Ain't nobody gonna come for my privacy or whatever like that. And then you go, oh, okay, no problem. And then next year, they got a video about somebody tried to because they dismissed your wisdom. And they don't even think to go back and be like, that bitch told me, and I just dismissed her. They don't even think about it. They don't mention it. They're not going to admit it to their followers. They're not going to say, you know, I had a follower to tell me to be careful about that kind of thing. And I didn't do it, and I got bit because of it. You don't never see them videos, do you? I need to apologize to that follower. Y'all should do a challenge. Y'all should do that challenge. The challenge, I wrote them off as a hater challenge, but they was the only one truly showing genuine love. I wrote tough love off as a hater. This shit writes itself sometimes. Yeah, I wrote tough love off as a hater. You sure did, girl. And look what happened. But I don't need no thanks, because I'm not here to say I told you so. I'm just still, even still, because you'll do it again tomorrow. I'm just here amazed at the idea that you would do that to yourself. You would miss out on beneficial advice because you would rather look at the person giving the advice and say, you must think you're better than me. As if it's even about who's better. The whole point is that you are equally great, and you also have the option to make a better choice for yourself. I'm not even saying mine is better. Mine is better for me because I prefer my results. And apparently you would prefer the type of results that I got. But when I tell you how I got these results, you dismiss me as a hater and say I must think I'm better than you. This millennial mindset thing is just such an epidemic. It's just such a tragic epidemic. Oh, I done wiped my eyeliner again all over the place. Oh, this what I'm showing y'all. God dog it. Yeah, probably it ain't morning no more, I bet you. I should do a video on glasswares. You know, every time somebody who is not a member of my Patreon asks me something that would be answered on Patreon, I'm gonna do a video on it. So either y'all can make requests, but you don't have to, because I'm gonna consider those requests. But what they're not gonna know is, oh, I responded to your request. I answered your question, but I answered your question where you are not willing to go and put up $4 to get said answer. So good luck at therapy. It would have come out a lot cheaper for you to just go to the damn Patreon. Because I'm not just going to call and invite. I'm not pulling in and marketing and selling my ass to bait for people. Because the people that we're going to be organic here, bitch. You and I, we in this almighty circle are going to be organic. And it's not even gonna be a comfortable space for. We ain't gonna have to watch our back with each other. We're not gonna have to worry about sociopath infiltration, because they're not even gonna be comfortable here, girl. They're not even gonna be comfortable here, sis and bruh. They're not comfortable around realness and truth. Not the kind of realness and truth where everybody going around talking about, I'm real. This is the truth. She is the truth. He is the truth. He is the truth. That part. So many phony people that done adapted to that part, that every time I see a bitch say that part, it makes me go. It makes me suspect. I don't use it nearly as much just for that reason, because so many people that I see say it a lot. You know, not every once in a while, but you know those people that say it every time they hear a point that they agree with. Like a lot. Every time. I actually put a little pinch in. I wish I could show you more. I wish I was comfortable showing you more. But I'm not, so whatever. Where's my candle? My candle's in here. I'm not moving that candle. Here. So what I did was, how about I set up to show you first? Okay, when vaporizers first came out and there were wooden boxes, it sounds super prehistoric, doesn't it? So, back when vaporizers were just a little wooden box. Oh, man. And don't y'all laugh. Some of y'all older than me. Because y'all was messing with cannabis before when y'all were younger. So, they didn't even have, at least I started in an era where vape boxes existed. So it came with a whip and, you know, a glass, an elbow and a mount, whatever the stuff. So, and a whip. This is a whip. The tubing is the whip. So, and this is the mouthpiece. So, because I like bubbler glasswares, And I like the whole idea of you can collect all the smoke in the body and then you can take it in after it's cooled off or whatever. But I was thinking, what if on top of that, because I don't know how pen vapes work, but vaporizing in general does not, for me, has never been the experience they claim. They claim that you get higher, you have to use less product, and even once you've spent all your flour, you can reuse it and it'll still get you high. Lies, lies. In fact, the opposite was true for me. I didn't feel much, so it actually took more product. So it actually wasted more product because once I just put a little bit in, thinking that, okay, they tell you you're going to get 90% of the efficacy. 90%. And none of the combustion smoke, right? Because you're vaporizing it. Girl, I really wanted it to be true. I wanted it to be true. Who doesn't? I'm going to use less stuff, and I can take this used up stuff, probably cook with it, and it'll still work. Yes, ma'am. I'm here for doubling my money. But lies. And they said once it's spent, it smelled like burnt popcorn. I don't know what kind of burnt popcorn they smelling, but it doesn't smell like burnt popcorn. But it doesn't smell good. So I'm going to let them slide on that description if that's the best that they can do. I have no problem with that. So it did not get me nearly it did not work. It was not nearly as effective. Took more product. I wasn't particularly keen on the smell. It seemed like you had to draw a lot harder, and if you turn the heat up so that you don't have to draw as hard, then at that point, it damn near combusts. So what's the point? So I was like, nah, I'm good, right? So I kept the box. That's an antique at this point, right? Anyway, I kept the box and I kept the whip, and so since then I have been trying to figure out ways to. I've been thinking about things like people at hookah shops, and of course how nice it would be if they had cannabis shops like hookah shops, but cannabis. Of course everybody at the same hookah would have to agree on the same strains, but you know, not a problem, right? Or I don't even know how that works. Maybe you can have a separate strain, and other people, if somebody has invented or will invent that type of contraption. But anyway, I was thinking, coupled with the way that I like how you can collect the smoke in the bubblers and then inhale it. Plus, I like that with the Pioneer vape boxes, the whip contraption gives the smoke a path they have to travel through before it even gets to your lungs. So, not only is it cooled off in the body of your bubbler, then it also then travels through a whip before it gets to you. So, I was like, why? How come bubblers can't be like that? So, I took the whip from my box vape and I put the mouth of it. Somebody gonna invent this and ball out. I don't care at this point. I'm just an advocate. Hopefully I'll make a couple of dollars Patreon. I don't know. So I took the whip and I took the elbow and I put a rubber band around the mouth so that it will settle into the mouth of the bubbler. But I hold it on there with my hand because there's no way to just leave it in there. Well, I guess I could. I guess you could. If you got something to stick in tight enough, you could leave it there, but it might tip your bubbler over. So, but anyway, so I have it in there, and I'm going to light this wick, and then I'm going to light the bowl. So, I had to do it a few times to perfect it. And so that's how this happened. You're welcome.